Hey everybody. So I did a car chronicle this morning. Um Excuse how I look, like, it's been a long day. Good day, but a long day. So I wanted to do a car chronicle on Bill Cosby. I happened to be at work and got the word that he was found guilty on all charges. This is his second trial. This is a retrial of the first trial. And they found him guilty. For what I heard, he could get up to 10 years for each charge, for each count. So I heard that he was like laughing in the courtroom when the closing remarks were made, and had an outburst towards the prosecutor and all that. And like, Bill was like 80 years old, y'all. 80 years old. So, I mean, there could be a lot of different things going on there. It could be like, he could have like dementia, or, have amnesia of some sort, or, something that, is normal, that happens as you get older. I mean, the man lived 80 years. That's a blessing. But I'm just like, did anybody think about that when they was putting him on trial for, some shit he did 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Which, let me be clear, I don't support nor back up or agree with or fuck with. I don't deal with any of that type of shit. When you talk about molestation, sexual abuse, rape, fondling, none of that shit. Whether it be with grown women or young kids or grown men, like, I don't believe in, I don't support any of that. I'm just saying that, it's been many, many years for some of these situations. And normally there is a statute of limitation. Normally the statute of limitation for rape is 5 years. Now, in terms of assault, which is what he actually, I think he was getting charged with, some different forms of assault, that's a little different. There is no statute of limitation on that. So, I mean, murder, assault, like those kinds of things, robbery, those types of things, they don't have any kind of statute of limitation. So they kind of, have charges that, don't have a time frame or expiration on it. So, they were able to get them. And I mean, if Bill did this, which from what I heard from just the different stories from the different ladies, it's legitimate. And all the women that came out, which I think was at least about 60 women that came forward over the last X amount of years, all their cases were not deemed fit to be ruled on, to be taken to court. But this young lady, Andrea, she's the one that got the judgment. Now, I know there's this question about civil court, which is something totally different. This is criminal. Then there's civil, where they get some type of, dividends for this situation, for what he has done. And to be honest, I mean, for those ladies who their cases have expired, that are beyond the expiration date, or statute of limitations has expired, they can still go to civil court. They have to have proof, of course, but they can take him to civil court. So, I mean, it's not like, oh, criminal got thrown out and now, I mean, if they choose to, and I know some of these ladies are well-known actresses, and, performers and things like that, that were, around, models that had been around Bill, at a younger age, many, many years ago. So they may be like, fuck it. Like, he getting his, he 80, he about, whatever. So they're not worried about it. But at the end of the day, Bill, all I can say is shame on you, man. Shame on you. African-American man who probably has gone through some trials and tribulations of his own, to get where he is, to be successful as a comedian, as an actor, as a philanthropist, as a trailblazer. And you going around taking advantage of these young women to further your own agenda? Shame on you, Bill. Shame on you. You got daughters of your own, dude. Did you do your daughters like that? I'm just saying, like, that's fucked up. Like, I mean, you couldn't have found a grown-ass woman to freely give you some ass? or to allow you to touch up their titties or their vaginas, you had to go and fondle. No, and let's be clear, everybody. Let's not leave out the main part. This mofo wasn't just fondling them or, you know, sticking his finger inside of them. He was drugging them first, right? Let's remember that now. He was drugging these ladies, and then he was having his way with them in whatever shape, form, or fashion that came in with the different situations. And one thing I'll say about Bill, he didn't discriminate. He didn't discriminate. Baby, he was over the gamut. I mean, black, white, it didn't matter. Baby, he was doing all, I mean, he was just being outrageous across the board for all the folks. I mean, he wasn't just keeping it to just, you know, a certain race. He's, you know, he was unprofessional and inappropriate. Different age groups, you know, different statuses. When I say status, I mean in terms of them being well known or not. Different, you know, like I said, different ethnicities, races. I mean, this man was just power hungry and took advantage of his authority, not authority, but of his status, the idea that, oh my God, this is Bill Cosby. This is Bill Cosby. This is Mr. Huxtable. You know what I'm saying? Even before that, he was a well-known, performer, a well-known comedian. And I'm like, dude, you use that power for evil rather than use it for good. You could have done really good things with it. And he did. He did. In the public eye, he did a lot of good things. Like I said, he's a philanthropist because his wife, Camille, is very well known in the education side of the world. And she's also a very huge advocate for many different areas of the world and a philanthropist as well. So they're both, philanthropists, and they're both very well known in their own right. But instead of him doing like his wife and using his magic for good, he used his magic for evil. Bill, talking to you, shame on you. You know what I'm saying? I respect my elders for sure, but you 2 times older than me, literally 2 times older than me. You're 80, I'm 40. And you thought you was going to get away with it, Bill? You thought you was going to hurt these women and you were going to get away, but they weren't going to say anything? The truth always comes to light, Bill. The truth always comes to light. And now you're going to spend the rest of your days. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't think Bill's going to get any jail time. Okay, I don't. I think he's going to get some type of probation of some sort. But he's going to have a felony, though. Bill going to have a felony. But Bill, he probably don't care. He probably like, fuck this shit. I done lived my life, done what I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to live out the rest of my days. But Camille, I heard Camille did not go to his retrial until like day 11. She didn't show up at all. She just showed up like this last day. You know what I'm saying? I guess to see if his ass got charged. I mean, to see if, they actually said, hey, Bill, this is it. You're about to get a felony. So, she was like, well, I just want to see. And she found out, yeah, he did. So I mean, I don't know how public they've been about their relationship since all this fell out. I remember when it first came out that, Camille was trying to stand by his side. But then at some point she was like, fuck this shit. Like, motherfucker, you up here, taking advantage of these girls. And there's no indication that Camille knew about it. I mean, because, why would a woman of that standard be, I'm saying? She got her own, situations or whatever. And, I'm just like, come on, dude. You really? Come on now. You got grown kids, grandkids, probably great-grandkids. I mean, and you out here doing this type of shit. I mean, come on, bruh. I know he's had tragedy in his life, like with his son and everything. Like, I get it. But, I mean, that was your outlet? That was the way you felt it was appropriate to respond and to let it go? Shame on you, Bill. So, he got what's coming. He got what's coming. And I feel, really bad for him in terms of the fact that, now he's forever going to be that guy. But at the same time, I feel good about the choice that was made, the decision that was made. The justice system stepped up and, was able to answer to it. And it's too bad that there couldn't have been more, of the ladies that went through that could have been, given justice. But I feel like, at least this second go round, they said, you know what, Bill, we're not going to let you go. We got to make an example out of you. So they did what they did. So, I'm like, Bill, hey, dude, in this time of your life, you should be laid back, relaxing with your boo, with Miss Camille, living out the rest of your days. And now instead, you're going to be under a magnifying glass, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be, you're going to be watched, and you're going to be scrutinized. And, that's your fault. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the truth always comes to light. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how hard you try to put it in the back or forget about it, or you want to cover it up, no dirt like that, especially something as crucial as that, nothing like that could have been kept a secret forever. You had to know that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Bill, you got what you deserve, bruh. I have to say, you got what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, you took advantage of these young ladies. You use your position in the community and in the entertainment world, in terms of being a comedian and an actor, to do what you wanted to do to them. And to drug them? So you didn't think that any of those ladies in any shape, form, or fashion would have had an interest in you naturally? True enough, he'd been married to his wife since like 1964, 1968. I think it's 1964. They've been married that long. That's a long fucking time to be married to one person. So, I understand that could put a lot of pressure on you, but to abuse your power, to abuse your status, to abuse how these young ladies, they trusted you, and you took advantage of their trust. So you deserve what you get, Bill. You deserve what you get. And, I just can only say, may God have mercy on your soul. That's all I can say for you. This is a serious matter. Rape, sexual abuse, molestation, fondling, all those are very serious type of situations. And, I try to, lighten it up a little bit, but it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's fucked up. And you know what? Whatever comes Bill way, he deserves. Because you don't treat somebody's daughter like that, somebody's cousin like that, somebody's aunt like that, somebody's mother like that. Like, you don't do that. You don't want nobody treating your family like that. Your daughter, your wife, your sister. That's fucked up. So, Bill, sorry to say, but you got it coming, man. You're going to be ostracized, and you're going to be looked at in a certain way. And you know what? Shame on you. Shame on you. So that's my other chronicle for today. I had another chronicle that I wanted to do at the behest of one of my homegirls, KT, that I've mentioned several times in my videos. And I'm going to save that one for maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. It'll be within the next day or so, about a topic that I've kind of already touched on indirectly, but it's definitely a soap opera. But we'll save that for another day. So anyways, everybody, happy Friday Eve. I'll see you at the next chronicle. Like I said, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, but we'll chit chat then. Stay woke, as the kids say, and we'll talk soon. All right, go ahead and comment, subscribe, whatever it is, like, let's go for it. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. Bye.